The next phase of the PM life cycle is execution. This is literally when you work the plan. Once you have your plan, you need to execute on the requirements. And this is where patience and compassion come in. I told you to pack it in your bag. Now, many people avoid planning because they don't trust that they'll stick to it, if we're being honest, right? Like they tell themselves that there's no way to predict everything, so there's no benefit to plan for anything. That's wrong. Don't do that. It's a terrible idea. And it's also the reason that many people will fail to execute. Why? Because they spend more time reacting and zero time preparing. So when execution does become challenging, which it does, they don't have any systems or plans in place to actually support them. So what do? They stop. And the only way to not reach a goal is to stop pursuing it. It doesn't matter how long it takes, you will always get there if you keep going in that direction. So now let's apply this to the scenario I described earlier with the overextended executive or entrepreneur who wants to create her new workflow. At this point, she now has a plan for how she will prioritize her time and resources. She knows how she will restore them once they are expended, very important. The size of her scope is now sustainable and much smaller based on the capacity she's starting with. And she's taken time to also consider how she plans to respond to the risks and the people that might present roadblocks to her. Now, I want you to know 3 ways to avoid roadblocks during execution. First of all, you have to set and respect expectations or boundaries. It's really important to create time blockers and that prevent people from infiltrating your calendar. I use do not disturb all the time. And the third thing is leverage asynchronous communication tools so that you can reserve meetings and time when you're with people for actually making decisions, driving energy, and taking action.